He's seen it. He doesn't have to hear. He's a smart one. He doesn't have to hear much. But he's a great guy. He's a little on the tall side, I will tell you. He's a tall one, but he's a good-looking guy, and he's really been a great student. And he does like politics. It's sort of funny. He'll tell me sometimes, Dad, this is what you have to do. So anyway, he's a good guy. He's a senior now in high school, and he'll be going to college. And you know, a lot of these choices of colleges are changing because you see what's going on in the last month. Biden has totally lost control of the country. And just to finish up, he is the worst president. When you take a look at what happens, he is the worst president in the history.
Barron Trump is the youngest child of Donald and Melania Trump. Born on March 20th, 2006, Barron is the only child of the former president and his wife. He is a teenager who gained attention during his father's presidency due to his young age and limited public appearances. Barron grew up in the public eye, often attending events with his parents and appearing at important ceremonies. Despite his privileged upbringing, Barron has maintained a mostly private life, shielded from the intense media scrutiny faced by his parents and siblings. Like many teenagers, Barron attends school and enjoys activities such as sports and spending time with his family. While he may not be as prominent in the public eye as other members of his family, Barron remains an important part of the Trump family and continues to grow up away from the spotlight.
She brought up her 12-year-old son, Barron.
I discuss with him, I teach him what is right, what is wrong.
Even shedding some light on what keeps him busy.
He doesn't have a social media yet. He's not interested in it. He's all into sport.
But to this administration, their amazing daughter was just one more American life that wasn't worth protecting. And frankly, will last only as long as we continue relying on the same politicians who created them in the first place. A change in leadership is we forgotten law. These are people who work hard, but know.
As researchers have noted, gender is no longer the factor creating the greatest wage discrepancy in this country. Motherhood is. As president, my father will change the labor laws that were put in place at a time when women were not a significant portion of the workforce. And he will focus on making quality childcare affordable and accessible for all. Between wanting something done and making it happen. His heart, his soul. Politicians ask to be judged by their promises, not their results. I ask.
Barron Trump, the youngest son of former President Donald Trump, is 6 feet 7 inches tall as of 2021. At his young age, he has already surpassed both his parents in height, standing exceptionally tall for his age group. His notable stature has garnered attention and curiosity from the public. Barron Trump, the youngest child of former President Donald Trump, is known to support his father's favorite teams, including the New York Yankees in baseball and the New England Patriots in football. Growing up in a sports-loving family, Barron has been seen attending games with his parents and showing his support for these teams. His presence at sporting events has garnered attention, with many fans noticing his enthusiasm for the games.
Hi, Daddy. Daddy's coming home. Jose, let's take a step back for a moment here. 6 months out from the 2024 presidential election, you have the presumptive Republican nominee inside of a courtroom listening to the testimony of an adult film star in which she is alleging that Donald Trump, the presumptive Republican nominee, engaged in an extramarital affair just 4 months after his son, Barron, was born. This is hitting at the heart of the credibility of not Stormy Daniels, but of the defendant, Donald Trump. The details that are being described in front of this jury are quite explicit. Having Stormy Daniels say that she took a rolled-up magazine and spanked Donald Trump in the butt, it's graphic, it is very specific, and Donald Trump has denied generally the allegations that have been levied by Stormy Daniels, but she is chronicling a very detailed conversation with him that includes one specific point. The Apprentice, or the Celebrity Apprentice. Why is that part of the conversation relevant? It goes back to the testimony provided by Rona Graff last week to this very jury. Rona Graff, who is the 34-year executive assistant to Donald Trump at the Trump Organization, had the office outside of Donald Trump's office there. And Rona Graff has already testified to this jury that not only did she have a contact for Stormy Daniels, Stormy's phone number, but also that there was office chatter about Stormy Daniels appearing on The Apprentice or Celebrity Apprentice, which hits at and corroborates, you could say, Stormy Daniels' testimony here this morning that she had a conversation with Donald Trump about potentially appearing and what that could look like having an adult film star appearing on The Apprentice. So
Barron Trump, the youngest child of former President Donald Trump, is getting ready to step into the political spotlight. The 18-year-old was picked by the Republican Party of Florida as one of the state's at-large delegates to the Republican National Convention. That's according to a list of delegates obtained by NBC News. Trump's position as a delegate will be his highest-profile political role so far. The Republican National Convention begins July 15th. In Milwaukee.
Inside Donald Trump's prison cell, the surroundings are like any other small, enclosed space. The walls are gray concrete, and a narrow cot with a thin mattress is the only piece of furniture. A tiny metal sink and toilet combo sit in one corner, while a small barred window allows a sliver of natural light to filter in. The sound of clanking bars echoes through the air as guards patrol the hallway outside.
What is... President Trump is 76 years old. He will die in federal prison.
Trump spends his days pacing the limited floor space. The once powerful man now finds himself in a place of confinement.